Hello, hello. Welcome to today's STEAM Team Challenge. My name is Miss Julie and I am from the Warrenville Public Library in Warrenville, Illinois. Today's STEAM Team Challenge is all about gardening because of course it is spring now. I'm so excited and it is important to learn a little bit about gardening here and there. So we have a couple of activities. One about growing a grass head, which also allows you to be a little creative, and then one about seed germination. So we'll start with the bigger project, which is your own grass head. Super fun activity. There are lots of supplies here. You should have about 2 cups-ish of soil here. You should have a couple of scoops of grass seed. I know these are blue, not all grass seed is blue. You should have a nylon stocking, some googly eyes, a cup, and a rubber band. That is for our first activity here. So the first thing you're going to do is you take your nylon. Now, one thing you can choose to do to make it a little bit easier, you can choose to cut down your nylon a little bit. You want to leave at least maybe 3/4 of it, but you can cut it down. Or what I'm going to do is to get started, I'm going to roll it onto my cup, just to get started. So I rolled the edges onto the cup so that I can get down all the way to the toe of the nylon, because that's where the head is going to be on our grass heads, and we want to make sure our grass seed gets straight down there. So we pour in our grass seed first. So make sure it's all the way down at the bottom of your nylon stocking here, because the grass is what is going to give our grass heads their very funky hairdos. Then the next thing you're going to do is put in your soil. And with this, you're going to have to start to take it out of the cup because you're going to want a good sized grass head. So we'll pour some soil in. Then you'll see if you have it in the cup, you're not going to get a ton in when it's still in the cup. So you're going to undo it from the cup if that's how you were choosing on filling it. And you could ask a parent for help too if you need a little bit of help, but you want to make sure widen up and then pour in your grass seed. This is kind of the tricky part of just navigating this, figuring out how to get all of this potting soil into here. You could also scoop it or use a funnel, also good ideas. And you don't have to use all of the potting soil. You just want to get a good amount, and I will show you what it should look like. So I'm going to stop there. I didn't use all of it yet. I might use more. Let's see. Also, this can get a little messy. So if you want to move it outside, you might have already decided to do it outside. So you'll see that at first, the potting soil is going to want to just stay in the shape of a nylon. That is not what we want. We need a grass head, which is going to be circular. So you're just going to kind of work with your hands and get all of this potting soil down to the bottom. And you're going to want it to be at least about a tennis ball size. I'm going to add a little bit more because I want it to be a little bit bigger here. A little bit bigger so that there's more room to make a face on it. Decorate in other ways. Let's see. So with this project, it isn't going to be an automatic result. So I know with a lot of our other STEAM team challenges in the past, you get a result right away, you get your reaction, your product right away. This one is going to take some patience for both of our activities today, because you're going to need to let your gardening projects get some sun, get some water, and grow at their own pace. All right, so here we are. Again, it's not the shape I want, so I just press it down into that tennis ball shape. All right, and you should see that there is grass seed still at the toe here. Once you have it down, you're going to tie a knot so that we keep all of that in. And then once you have this long tail, you want to keep some of it because it's gonna help the water go up, but you don't need all of this, so you could cut that if you'd like. So that is the most important step, but now you can make it a little funky. I gave you one rubber band, but if you have more, you can use them as well. One thing you can do is make a nose, and that is so the grass is gonna be on top, so this is on bottom. So if you have a face here, you're gonna have your eyes, and then your nose would be around here. So we're gonna pinch at it and grab some of the soil too. So you're pinching it, grabbing some soil. Find a good place where you can twist it. So I twisted it and then wrap our rubber band around. And then we have a nose here. Then you can also do this and create ears on each side. And you know what? Yours doesn't even have to look like a normal face if you want it to look completely different. That's fine. You can make a grass monster, however you want to do it. But I did also give you two googly eyes, and they're stick-ons. I've tested them and they tend to stay pretty well. So just peel off the back and you can stick on your googly eyes. Then, final step after you've designed your face, you can also use things from home if you'd like. You have your cup here. This is what it's gonna sit in. You're gonna put some water in here. At first, you'll wanna dampen the head. So get some water on the grass head because the grass is up here where we want it to grow. And then you'll make sure your pot has some water in it. And then you can just sit your grass head right in there. So to help it grow, you want to make sure it's getting sun and make sure that it has some water. You don't want to drown the grass too much, but you want to make sure it has the water it needs. It's not going to be an automatic growth. You're going to wait maybe a week, but it also just depends on how much sun and water it's getting and how quickly it wants to grow. But once it starts growing, you can start giving it little haircuts, and it's super fun. You could also choose to decorate your cup here, maybe make it a little suit, make it some clothes, or just decorate it for fun. So that is our first project, our grass head. Our second one is a little bit quicker of a project and a little bit more simple to prepare, but it's super interesting to watch. So quite simply, you have some pinto beans, you have a bag, and you have a paper towel. So you'll take this paper towel out and you're gonna dampen it. So what that means is you're going to get it completely wet, but then squeeze out the excess so that it's just damp, so that there isn't water dripping everywhere. But then you're gonna fold it back up, put it back in here, put your pinto beans so that they're on only one side. Once it's damp, you can actually make sure that your pinto beans are right up against your paper towel. You want them right up against there. And on one side, because that is the side you're going to face towards the sun on your window, Once you have the paper towel dampened and the pinto beans on one side here, you can partially seal it up and tape it to your window. Again, you're gonna want the pinto beans facing out there. And then over the next couple of days, next week or so, you can check on your pinto beans each day and see how the seeds are germinating. Germinating is just a really fancy word for how a seed sprouts its roots to start to become a plant. And that is the process that you're gonna watch these pinto beans go through. Because even though these are dry pinto beans, just like you'd find at the grocery store, they are just really dormant seeds. So they're just waiting for the signal, waiting for the sunlight and the water to tell them to start sprouting and growing into plants. Once they have sprouted and grown, you have the option of planting them in soil or just continuing to watch as they grow further in your bag. Whatever science you want to do further with them is up to you. Another option for this experiment to speed things up a little bit, before you do this, you can put these pinto beans in a cup of water overnight, and that's just gonna sort of speed it up a little bit, getting it to know that it's gonna start sprouting soon. All right, my friends, well, I hope you enjoy your gardening projects. Remember, it's not gonna be an automatic result, so don't be disappointed if tomorrow you're not seeing anything. It might take a couple of days, it might take a week. So it's just something that you can continue to monitor. And I hope you enjoy it, and let me know how it goes. Send me any pictures or videos at youthservices@warrenville.com. And thank you so much. Good luck.